Hi everyone, it's the 2nd of September. Now we have, on Friday we had a fake breakdown. That red bottom band was almost broken, which is what cost me some money because I shorted this one, small, but it eventually recovered and it got to the golden top band. 1, 2, 3, actually, yeah, 3, 4 touches on that golden top band. Anything above 5,664 would be breaking out of this golden channel, and it would still stay inside this red uptrend, and that would of course catapult it. I think this is a very nice correction. Obviously everybody's going to be watching this breakout, but which may cause a lot of fakey, etc. But I think ultimately this red channel is the one to watch, and it's going to get to 5,800, and which is a new all-time high. Similarly on the SPX cash is the same, exactly the same picture. This golden bull flag is going to be broken. The level for that is going to be at 56.52, and then the target would be a new all-time high at 5,800. Dow Jones bounced off the green bottom band. You can see here, this is the third touch on that green bottom band. First, second on the top, first, second, third on the top band. And I think we are still aiming for the 42,500 as long as this green channel holds. And at the moment it is holding. But of course, I mean, it has already touched the previous highs, previous all-time highs, or has it not? Just a second. Yeah, it has touched it on Friday. Yep, and the day before. So that's, you can see here, first, second, third on that very important resistance line. Now this is a major resistance line, which is at 41,677 on the continuous futures. And I think if it does break that level, we're gonna go straight to 42,300. Dow Jones cash is the same picture. The green channel is holding. The blue resistance had broken and back tested, and we have this black top band that should be broken, which in turn may also clear that red major resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the next one may actually really clear it, which is, a rising resistance breaking to the upside is always extremely bullish. And that would actually take it probably another 500, maybe 1,000 points to, is it going to be able to get to that golden top band? It's a long shot, quite honestly. But I'm going to now put something here to see whether we can have another top band resistance, which is this one here. So I'm going to put this, yeah, that's already on that low of last October, and it is that blue top band. Let's put that in the picture. Yeah, that blue top band. Okay, the blue resistance, we can remove it from the picture. Yeah, what we have here is that double support, that red plus. So I'm going to remove that one as well for clarity of the technical analysis. Like, this blue top band is the next level if that red resistance can be broken. And the red resistance, if it can clear the black top band, I think the red one will be cleared, and the blue top band is just on the 43,000. This is NASDAQ. The purple channel is still very much intact. You remember this green bull flag that was broken and faked it. So this was a major fake of last week because that blue resistance couldn't be taken out. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, quite a few touches on that blue resistance. On Friday, it stayed inside this purple uptrend, which is of course very bullish, and it formed this double-decker bull flag this time. So this entire green bull flag is broken, or was broken on Friday, back tested, another back test. You can see here we have a gap here. We may see the gap fill first, before breaking that red resistance, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth touch on that red resistance. So it may come down to fill this gap, which is going to be at 525, okay, 19,525. NASDAQ cash is exactly the same. The purple channel is very much intact. The green double-decker bull flag is broken and back tested. We will see probably a break of that, the break of that red resistance at some point. And if it does, if it can break that red resistance, also on the continuous futures, of course, that red resistance can be broken. If it can be broken, then the blue one is at 19,680, which I think will be cleared as well. And that would actually take it to a new all-time new high at 20,000. Similarly, on the cash NASDAQ is exactly the same picture. Minimum target will be the back test of that black resistance once more. Russell, you can see here, Russell is still inside this red potential uptrend. I'm saying potential. I think it is a trend, but its bottom band has only one touch. We had the break and the back test, two back tests on that blue broken bull flag. We have this purple resistance right there, and we have this blue one, right? That's a potential resistance from the highs of beginning of August. So I don't think the red channel will be broken, but its bottom band may get tested before it rallies, confirms it as a channel. So the bottom band would be at 2198, 2197 today. If it gets tested, then I think that red bottom band is gonna take us to 2300, or the red channel is gonna take us. So you can see that double support held, we broke out. Everything is still looking very bullish. FTSE has already broken that green resistance, and it's still targeting 8570, which is that black line, 8570. It is back testing the green broken resistance, which should be positive. This is DAX. It had already touched a new all-time high last week. It is now fighting for survival of that red uptrend. The bottom band is kind of damaged. The blue bottom band is also damaged. You can see here that's a kind of a spin-off channel. This is the spike to the upside, but it's trying to stay inside that red. And of course, if it can, without breaking the lows of, let's say, unless it breaks that 18,800, there is a good chance it's going to keep on pushing inside the red uptrend and all the way to 19,500 minimum. French index reversed at that black resistance so far, but of course, like, we may see it coming back a little bit to fill these little gaps here. There are quite a few gaps here, and then from that we may still see a target at 8,000. I'm still very bullish because of the purple broken up downtrend, which is a bull flag. The bull flag had formed from April, yeah, so that it took a couple of months to form it, and now it's broken, and I don't think we're going to break back in. The minimum, I mean, the worst case is that it's going to come down to the purple broken channel, which would be at 7,300-ish, and from there all the way to 8,000. That's 700 points to go, another 10% to go. TLT hasn't touched that green top band yet, but yeah, it may eventually test that 100 level, which was already tested. So that green top band is a potential major resistance, so gotta be careful when it gets there. The 10-year treasury note is also the same. That blue top band is a potential major resistance of a top band of a bear flag. This is oil. Oil was pushed by that purple resistance. It is now trying to bounce off it, so this could become a bull flag on its own. And clearly, if it can break that purple resistance, we may see a bit more upside. for the bottom, for the downside, it has to break that black support, which is at 71-ish, right? And then we would get to below 70, probably 69.50 or so. And that actually is that golden major support rail from the lows of 2021. This is Brent oil. It's kind of a unorthodox formation here, but this looks like a little bull flag, but its bottom band is not very precise. I'm going to remove that from the picture. What we have here is this red resistance rail. This green line may turn into a support, but then after that a break to the downside would actually, I think, unless it really rallies, I mean, as I've been telling it for quite some time, that blue resistance has to be broken for a major rally. Until then, we may see one more touch, which is going to be at just below 75. And then that blue support, if it holds, and I think it will, we're going to see a big rally starting from there. Okay. This is gold. I shorted gold at the break of the gold couldn't break that blue top band, which was already a warning. It didn't have enough power to push on. Instead, it broke down the green support at 520. We shorted the futures contract at 520. I think there is going to be a bit more downside, but the real chart is this one. Okay, the continuous futures chart, that blue resistance, that broken green support at 520, which is what we shorted. The red bottom band is very critical. Okay, I don't see that red channel from on the spot chart. Okay, that red channel would be something like this, right? It would be something like this. So it is actually maybe, yeah. So if I argue that I'll put this on purple color. Okay, this is where it bottomed out, rallied, came down without making a new low. It rallied, came down. It's still rallying. So this purple channel may still be our guidance, just like the red one. So I'm going to remove that red top band. Yeah, that red. So this I can put in the red color. Okay, but it's much more confirmed chart on the continuous futures because of the red bottom band having 3 touches already. So, and there is a gap. I called for the gap fill at 499. It came very close. I closed the gold short at 2500. So the gold short is already closed with 20 points. That gap hasn't been filled, I think, not exactly. So we may still see the touch on that 499. But then without breaking that red uptrend, it has to push on and break that blue top band. Okay, that blue top band on the continuous on the futures is at 5, so 25.35 ish. Okay, so that remains to be seen. And on the spot chart, just to give you a level, on the spot chart the breakout would be 25.25 actually. So there's quite a bit of difference between the contracts, between spot and the continuous futures. This is silver. Okay, I had a relook at silver. Okay, this red top band, first, second, and third, is held. The black bear flag is was broken, which is why I said silver may still come down really hard, and that's exactly what's happening here. And the blue support rail was broken. That is not surprising at all. Okay, and we have the red bottom band, the red internals, so that still remains, that still is a channel. Okay, the previous bear flag's bottom band was this, and the top band was here. So I'm going to just remind you that one, why I thought maybe the bear flag is breaking up. No, 1 second. Let's do this here, right? Okay, this was the initial bear flag. Okay, and that's right. You can see the red top band, the red bottom band was this, and that was broken, and then it was broken back into, which actually triggered, to me, this was a sign that it's doing something that I didn't see, but I think we can see it now. This red bottom band, 2 touches here, close touches, 3 touches on the top band, which may still get us all the way to that $25, that triple major support. Okay, that triple support, it's going to be, it would be a dream buying opportunity at $25 on the spot chart. Okay, platinum already was very bearish, that green plus golden resistance, the green bear flag was broken, and you can see the back test of that really beautiful horizontal support that was broken and back tested. That's why it's platinum is coming down. And I think we're going to touch a new low, and probably around 900, and then we will see, can it come down like so. So there is one more possibility here. It's way deeper than 900, but of course if it comes down, that's going to be around 890, 880. If that golden, so I'm going to put that to form a wedge, right? It should get to that 880 level, which is at that golden top band, golden bottom band. This could become a wedge for a really like a bullish wedge. Natural gas continuous futures is nearing that golden top band. Together with the blue, this could become a major double resistance, and the level would be, I mean, it has to get there quite quickly. It would be around 2300, 2295 or so. If it gets there, this is an 8-hourly chart. It doesn't have much time, but if it really spikes to that level, then I think around that level, that would be a major double resistance. This is natural gas October contract, okay, and it has broken the red downtrend. This is obviously bullish, right? Right here, it kind of stuck below that blue resistance rail. It has to get to that golden top band, right? That golden top band, and reverse from there to come down one more time. Yeah, that is a very critical one. Okay, this golden downtrend is still on, but this red internal downtrend is broken. So is it going to be able to get to the previous highs and break that golden top band? That is a very critical one. I'm still bearish as long as this golden downtrend stays intact. This is copper, which obviously is disappointing because the red channel that was broken got back tested. 421 I bought, and this morning I got stopped at 419. The reason is this golden uptrend is broken down, okay? And it may come down to this green bottom band to form a bull flag to start to rally. And the level of that one would be 415, okay? Clearly the red channel is broken and it is still bullish. But of course, copper is being pulled by the entire metals bearish scenario, which is silver is coming down, gold, everything is coming down. So there is that. And this is the December contract. You can see the blue bottom band didn't really hold. I'm going to remove that from the picture. The golden bull flags breakout didn't really happen. That was looking very positive, but it didn't really happen. And we are now going to see a positive if this green bottom band holds at 415? Maybe even 414 or so. Yeah, that remains to be seen, obviously. This is euro. That the initial purple channel didn't really hold. The top band was this, right? And the bottom band didn't really hold. It's inside this red downtrend. That's a bull flag. Clearly, if it comes down to the purple new bottom band, right? This, okay, this looks very orderly off that, you know, on on that bottom band, internal support. If it keeps on coming down, this purple bottom band, if it holds, then we start the next really big rally. Pound sterling is coming down to back test that purple broken resistance, and from there I think it's going to turn up. 130.60, 130.65 is the level of the back test. So US dollar, Japanese yen, I gave you this one last week on Friday. The blue resistance was broken, right? Remember, that blue resistance was broken. I'm sorry, there are too many lines here. Just to be clear on where we're at, okay? The golden one we can remove. That channel has been broken. We can remove that one, okay? The red giant channel may get back tested, so I'm not going to really remove that from the picture. This red one, little red one, is broken. And the more important one is this blue resistance that was broken, and the purple internal resistance, right? That was also broken. So this is climbing, and I think we're going to get to 152, which is going to be that purple top band. That's the target at 152, or just under 152, which also would be the back test of this dark blue or the navy blue resistance. Broken support may turn into a major resistance, okay? So that's the target. From it's at 147. I think our target is 152. That's 600 pips to go. But I gave it to you at 145, right? So that's 200 pips. I mean, I gave this to you at the break of that blue resistance. DXY is slightly positive, obviously, but that green top band, if it holds, we should see more downside. Aussie dollar is trying, hasn't really managed to do it, but it is still trying to break. It's not really trying. It has reversed 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on that blue, and the red top band is still intact. It looked like it was breaking, but it didn't so far, but it will. Kiwi had already broken that golden major resistance. Okay, that I'm going to put it on the daily chart to show it to you again. That was a really big break, and I called this many times, and that the back test held. Now, so let's put it on the 4-hourly again, and you can see here that blue top band was broken, and it's getting back tested, which means, I mean, that red top band couldn't be broken. You can see here, first, second, and third, we are pulling back. The red bottom band has to hold to rally, or this spike may be erased eventually and then rally again. Okay, that level is 61.50 or so. And last one is US dollar CAD. We may see a back test on the blue broken support and then come down. Let's have a look at agricultures. Coffee is quite disappointing, and you can see here that blue internal resistance was at 255. It couldn't break it, really. That is disappointing, and it's now coming down. Is it going to fill this gap at 227? I think there is a good chance it will, because it's coming down. And that black bottom band, if it does break, the next one is that blue support, okay? And similarly, coffee couldn't break that purple major resistance from the highs of 2011. I was hoping, and I was convinced that it is breaking, but it faked it again. It got to 260 and then came down. Wheat is looking slightly more positive now. Look at this. The green, so of course this is continuous futures, okay, and this spike is based on, every spike that I will show is on the contract rollover, due to the contract rollover. This blue support, broken support, is getting back tested. The golden top band didn't really hold, so that looks slightly bullish. But I'm going to show you the December contract, which is the current contract. That red top band is going to become probably a resistance at around, well, 559. Yeah, we're at 552. It gets to that and then maybe come down. Soybeans also looking slightly bullish because the blue channel was broken back into, but that red top band is the next major potential resistance. It's coming our way at around 1015. On the other hand, yeah, this here is the November contract, and that blue resistance held, and the red failed bear flag held at its backtest. So any move beyond 1007, right, 1007 is going to look very bullish because of that blue resistance break. So that needs to be seen, but yeah, it's going to look bullish if that blue resistance breaks. And of course we have a gap here. You can see that's 1125. That's a really big upside if it can get there to fill that gap. Corn also looking bullish, 401 on the current December contract, and the green top band is going to be the next resistance potential. Yeah, that green bottom band, first, second, third, fourth touch, and which means if it gets to the green top band and if it reverses, at least will come down. We'll see it coming down. The level is 407, 408 if it gets there, depending on how fast it gets there. Of course, it could get there at 405, 406 as well. So okay, cocoa is trying, but I think the cocoa December contract is much more clearer. That blue resistance is getting back tested, that golden resistance, the red bottom band. I'm still very bullish on cocoa. If they hold, if they don't break, then cocoa should start to rally eventually. Latest one would be around 7,500 or 7,450. Yeah. Sugar is cooling off now. Okay. That green resistance was not really a resistance because it had only 2 touches. So I'm going to put it like this, right? This may be the resistance really, but more importantly, it's this one here, that blue resistance failed to break because there is a gap here, and that gap may get filled. So I'm going to include this in the current chart and call this as a resistance rail. Okay, I know it's a little bit tricky, but this gap was the one that worried me, and my worries were not baseless. I think it's coming down. Finally, cotton is, it should come down at 67, 66 and then rally. Now, Bitcoin had bounced off the green support, came down, bounced off it again. Now it's broken and it's getting back tested. That's quite bearish. Obviously, for a rally, it really has to keep on pushing. So I'm going to remove these circles. These are not really very important. You can see the green support. So we can remove these. Okay. Now we have this support as well, right? This diagonal support, that's quite clear. This diagonal support has to be broken too. And from the highs, do we have a resistance break? Maybe that was a veg and it is broken. But of course, it really has to break back into the green. Otherwise, if it comes down and breaks that golden, it's going to be a massive downslide. Ethereum is the same. That red broken support got back tested and it came down. And as long as the 2800 is holding, 2900, as long as it doesn't go beyond 2900, there is no hope for Ethereum. Okay, so I'm going to switch it on the daily chart to show you the big picture. Break of this green and blue supports would look very, very bearish, so got to be careful. CAS is breaking, has broken this blue veg, so that looks bearish. And you can see the BNB, the Binance coin, couldn't really follow through with the break of that green bull flag. The blue and green supports are still holding on PAL, but there is no real push to that purple top band. Pepe had broken that red support, and I think it's coming down. See, all of these altcoins, they are really not doing much. And Solana didn't bounce off that red bottom band. That bull flag is gone. So I think there may be one more touch at the golden bottom band, and then that will be the last chance to rally, really. And similarly, Monero has to break 185. A Ripple has to break 65, 70 cents. And Zcash is, of course, selling again. Even though it had broken that golden resistance, it failed. So that's typical Zcash. It really is a sucker. And Jasmy is inside the blue bull flag. Still, so far, nothing. OM hasn't touched that red bottom band. If it does, we may still see some more upside, especially like if it comes down, touches that double support, that golden plus green, which would be around 82 cents. And data has to break that golden top band, which hasn't happened so far. And Aave is the same. It has to break 180 to start to rally. At the moment, I don't see anything really worthy for the upside. I think everything is looking really weak as long as the big brothers, Ethereum and Bitcoin, are looking weak. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.